kind of gave me chills. We're coming back with the Walking Dead theme, and we actually have two special guests. We've got Liz and Jesse. Jesse, right?
It is, yes.
From the Siouxland Zombie Walk that's taking place October 11th down at starts at the Chesterfield downtown on 4th Street, on historic 4th Street for all you local people.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. So, hi guys, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Do I need to get closer?
Just make sure. Yep.
There you go.
I don't know. I can't hear anything. Let's see. Oh, no, I can
We
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Sorry about
Okay,
that, guys.
yep.
Hear you.
All right.
So welcome to the show, guys.
Thank
So, you guys been doing this the last how many years?
This is the 5th year.
The
actually.
5th year.
The 5th year.
The 5th year of the Siouxland Zombie Walk. What the Zombie Walk is, I've never actually participated in the Zombie Walk.
Blasphemer.
Yeah. I've never participated in the Zombie Walk, but I've taken my girls. They've grown up. My wife's a huge Walking Dead fan and huge zombie movies. So my girls, we got a message. But anyway, they love the zombie, like Walking Dead, The Hills Have Eyes. Well, that's not really zombies, but
Crazy
not
rednecks,
really.
zombies. It's similar.
yeah. So they love going down the zombie walk each year. So I think we've been down there the last 3 years. I know a bunch of people that do it, and it's really cool to see. A night devoted to just everybody dressing up like zombies and walking around. You want to tell us more
Well, I would
about
say
it?
that is part of it, but it was also the idea when we all kind of got together and started thinking about doing this. Nobody expects the weirdos and the freaks of Sioux City to want to give back and do a charitable thing, and so this was our weirdo freak way of having fun, dressing up like zombies, and scaring as many people as I can at one time, and helping out local charities. So it was kind of like a twofold thing that got to be really fun.
Yep.
That's
and
awesome.
So not only is it a chance for people to come out, the 21 and over crowd to have a few drinks and just walk around like zombies scaring people, just random people, but like you said, it's a charitable thing. And I see on your guys' little brochure, it's for Noah's Hope this year.
Yep. And actually, Jesse knows more about Noah's Hope than I do, so I'm going to...
They're just a local animal rescue, basically, that kind of helps out. A lot of them are senior animals. That's not the cute little fluffy puppy everybody wants to take home. So, but they like to help out all around. So,
okay,
That's awesome.
So the Zombie Walk. Tell us. How'd you guys come up with the idea for it?
Actually, the credit to that goes to one of the first coordinators. Her name is Marie. She's a very good friend of mine and Jesse's. And we were sitting around at her house one night, and she just looked over and she goes, "Let's do a zombie walk." And I said, "You mean like go to one? All right, cool. I'm down. I think they do one in like Omaha or Des Moines." She goes, "No, let's make one here." Can't be that hard.
So easy.
Yeah, it sounds like such an easy idea and like no stress or anything. Yeah, no. It's So, it was literally just an offhanded comment of, hey, this might be kind of cool to do. And it's turned into 5 years of really cool thing to do.
Yeah. Wow.
And I will say, I know you mentioned the 21 and up crowd, but we also are a family-friendly event. We love when, especially, like, the families, like, the moms and dads bring their, like, little kids and let us zombie them up. And they just kind of totter down the road making little gurgly sounds. It's so fantastic. There's something about 5-year-old zombies that just make me happy.
I know. I remember seeing, was it this little, she can't be more than 5, a couple of years ago, walking around holding a little, like, baby and just eating it.
Yep.
But some of the the zombies are actually pretty creative. I know.
Oh yeah.
The one that comes to mind is the bride. that I saw with no head, but her head was like she had her arms and was holding it.
Yep.
That was really cool, and that stuck with me for a couple of years.
We always
in
try
your
to
dreams.
ew. We always try to get people to do their own makeup and their own costumes, stuff like that. I mean, we do offer makeup for $3 a person, but we try to get them to do it themselves because, well, then you're like in the running for prizes and stuff.
Yeah. I've actually been a part of, I haven't dressed up as a zombie. For, a lot of the listeners that know my full-time job, I'm in the military. And so I was recently gone, and they did where I was, they did like for a charity thing for a charity called the Wounded Warrior Project.
Yes.
It was a zombie walk / run. But my role in it, because I was working that day, was I had to put on full chem gear and just lead them around. So
nice.
I bet it was really hot, right?
Yeah. Especially where I was, it was extremely hot. And then, no, I reached out to you about this event. I know it's a pretty big deal. You guys got a lot of followers on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people come around September, August timeframe are like, when's the zombie walk? When's the zombie walk?
Well, and like the big thing is Sioux City has this weird love affair with Halloween. Almost more than any other town I've ever lived in.
Well, I think it goes back to, as kids, and I believe everybody in this room knows the story of Lottie. And going to find Lottie.
Yes.
I'm not even from here, and I know the story of Lottie. But so when we were trying to figure out a time frame to do it, we were like, we don't want to co-op Halloween.
Yeah.
No, that's people in this town love Halloween. So
I've seen football games moved.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because Halloween's on Friday or whatever.
But I mean, so I'm gonna segue here for just a second, if you don't mind. Also, this is the second year that we're doing the poker run.
Okay.
And that's tomorrow.
Okay.
We're starting that at Work in Church Booze Parlor. By the way, if you've never been to Work in Church Booze Parlor, you really should go there. It's a fantastic bar. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It's great. It's right across from the Hard Rock, so it's a great time. But we're starting there. Registration starts at 11. The kickstands up is at noon. But that one is a little bit of a different event. Like I said, that one's a poker run. Mm-hmm. So, motorcycles, cars, whatever, things like that. There is a $20 entry fee for riders and $10 for passengers on that one. Okay. But again, every single dime that we get, no matter if it's at the poker run or any other events or at the walk itself, every single dime we get goes to the charity of that year. Mm-hmm. We don't pay ourselves back for anything.
And you see most of the days, like these charities, people are doing it, and it's nice to say that the charity here, Knows Hope, is getting 100%, so it's staying local.
And that's
not
always been the big thing with us.
Like national ones, like, I don't want to bash any other
No.
charities.
And we don't either, but we've always said that there's kind of two rules with our charities that we pick every year, and that is that they're local and non-religious.
Yeah.
Because I'm not stepping in that mess.
Yeah.
But, so, yeah, I mean, we always try and find a local group, whether it's, the first year it was another animal rescue group. The second year we actually went with the
Juneau Island Cancer Center.
Yep, Juneau Island Cancer Center. The third year was the food bank.
Food Bank of Siouxland.
Yep, and then last year.
It was just last year. We should know this.
I know it was. It was the autism support group.
Okay.
Sorry about that. And then then this year we decided to go with doggies.
Doggies.
Yep.
Doggies are awesome.
I know, aren't they?
Are they going to bring some dogs out?
We're working on that. We may have some little doggy ambassadors. We may even have a adoption event that day as well.
I thought you were going to say zombie dogs.
Zombie dogs.
I was getting
excited.
I was getting excited.
Like Call of Duty zombie dogs.
If you've ever come down to the walk, we generally ask the roller derby teams to help out with security, crosswalking and stuff like this. And one of the derby girls always brings down her basset, and they wear like tandem costumes.
Nice.
That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah. So we generally have at least one dog.
Okay, so the walk actually takes place on the 11th.
Yeah, October 11th.
What time does that all start at?
Okay, the way it works is that we will open the doors of the Chesterfield at 3 p.m. That's for registration, get your makeup done, hang out, blah, 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 all that kind of great stuff. Mm-hmm. The walk itself, when we release the horde, is at 6.
Okay.
So if you just want to come down and watch, get there around, 5:30 or so and hang out on the streets and just watch. If you want to be a zombie, please come earlier. I love you guys. Don't show up at 5:45 wanting makeup. It's really not that simple.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
So for those
or that 15 guys.
So for those
15,
that
try 30.
do their own makeup and do that, do they have to show up then early, like 3 o'clock?
No, they don't have to
register?
show up early, but we do like them to come in a little bit early. That way we can, because we do have to have people kind of, there's a waiver and registration that we need to have people go through. So if they're there a little bit early, we can, tag them and let them go. Mm-hmm. And then they can come back or whatever. But, we always get a massive rush at
10 minutes before the walk.
Yeah, 5:45.
About 5:45, 5:30.
and beforehand we're like, is anybody gonna just show up this year? Yeah. And then 5:45 is like, oh God, there's at least 300 more. So I mean, it's nice when they show up a little bit early. It makes things a little smoother. But you know what? If you can't get there till 6, I don't care.
Okay,
just show up. We love anybody to come.
How many people do you guys have doing makeup type of stuff?
The crew can run anywhere from like 3 to 6, depending on, how busy we are and things like that.
Does it take a while for one person to do the makeup, or?
This is Jesse's domain.
Not really. We've kind of perfected our craft over the years, so we could spend an hour on each person and you'd look fabulous. But we can also spend 10 to 5 minutes on you and you're still going to look great, so...
It's good to know.
So another question, how many people generally do you have coming to these zombie walks? Do you know?
We have rough estimates.
Well, what are the rough estimates?
The first year, I think we had about 300? 250, 300, somewhere in there.
For the first year, that's
for the
that's
first
an
year.
awesome turnout.
Yeah, we were ecstatic. Last year, there was a very nice police officer that was kind of hanging out in the area, and he was doing a personal head count. He thinks that we had somewhere over, if not close to, like 650 walkers last year.
Oh, wow.
That's not including the people just sitting there watching.
That's not including.
We had 1,500 last year, just all together.
Yeah,
everybody.
that's what the cop was telling us later. He's like, by the way, we think this is what you guys were at, and it was like, oh God.
Oh, really?
So from 300 and then 3 to 4 years later, you got 1,500. That's phenomenal.
Well, and I mean, the first year, we had about 250 walkers or so, and we always kind of have a similar amount of people just hanging out watching. So it's fun, I mean, they enjoy it.
I mean, we were in a wedding last year.
Yeah,
so.
actually, there was a wedding down there on 4th Street, and they were like, "Can we take pictures with zombies?" Yes, but if they get blood on that wedding dress, it's not my fault.
Right. Just come here, sign this disclosure waiver.
Yeah, pretty. How much did you pay for that
Or,
dress?
honey, let's go take a picture with the zombie.
Wait, how was your wedding? It was great.
Wasn't
We
it
went
actually the
downtown
groom?
Yeah, the groom usually comes, but he was getting married that weekend, so
Yeah.
he couldn't
And then-
attend.
And then it's just like, I think somebody tried to eat my brains that weekend.
So you got the poker run tomorrow.
We got the poker run tomorrow, starting at, like I said, registration kicks off at about 11 o'clock at the Work and Church Booze Parlor, and then kickstands up will be at noon. And we have the maps and everything like that for the riders so that they can go along their way and get their stamps, and then we'll have the actual drawings at Pete's 20th.
Okay. If anybody would like to find out more information, how will they find you guys?
Facebook is the best way to do it.
Yep.
Get a hold of us on Facebook. It's, facebook.com/Siouxland Zombie Walk. I know it's a lot to type. You can do it. Also, we do have a Gmail account if anybody needs to ask a specific question or something and they, don't have Facebook or whatever. Again, it's Siouxland Zombie Walk @gmail.com.
Okay. I've got a question. People have asked me before about the event. Do you discourage zombie hunters?
Okay. Here's the thing. We have to have insurance and a permit from the city to do this event. Without these two things, it's a no-go. Part of the insurance and the permit basically states no weapons.
Okay.
And that includes Nerf, amp guard, anything. If it can be used to beat somebody up with, I'm going to take it away from you.
And then she's going to beat you with it.
And I'm going to take it home, and it's my toy now.
So for all zombie hunters, don't worry. There's another thing we won't talk about. But
Oh, no, go ahead.
we can?
We can talk about them.
Okay.
Like I said, they're friends of ours. They're friends of the walk. We have people in common between the two things, so I'm cool with that.
So to kind of ease away from getting the zombie hunters down at the zombie walk, there's a zombie hunt.
Yes.
Actually opened up last night.
Yep.
Out at Pipe Dream,
Yep.
Just north of Sioux City. We've been out there a couple of times. Love that place. But apparently you go there, haven't been out there for a zombie hunt, and you get to shoot zombies with paintball guns.
Yes.
And the zombies are real.
Yeah.
They're not cardboard cutouts.
No, they're actually, some of them are the people that help put on the zombie walk. So,
Like, kudos to the people volunteering to get shot.
Yeah.
great,
what I
right?
mean?
Not me. No.
Like,
Trevor, step on up.
no, I mean, I paintball all the time, but I mean, I'm not gonna. If I don't have a gun in my hand, I'm not gonna volunteer to get shot. Kudos to you, man.
Right.
I think it'd be a lot of fun, though. I might actually go check that out
Oh, definitely.
after I walk. Zombies.
Gotta walk with them.
I gotta walk. I gotta know what I'm working with.
Got like a moral
If
dilemma.
I'm gonna hunt
Yeah.
zombies, I gotta be one with.
He's got to
the
be.
zombies. You know what I mean?
Got to get into the zone.
Yeah, the
Learn how
zombie-
they act and behave.
Like
Learn how to hunt your prey
Walking Dead.
properly.
There you go.
Yeah. You got to study them.
Yep.
Zombie mindset.
Once again, thank you guys for coming on tonight.
Thanks for bringing us.
Thanks
That
for
was
having
great.
us.
A lot of information.
Hopefully
and a lot
we'll-
of fun to have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
be exciting.
Oh, are you guys having? I know in the past years you guys had after the zombie walk. Anything going on afterwards?
Oh, yes.
After zombie
Yeah.
party.
Yes. Actually, after the zombie walk, for the 21 and up crowd, we have a show at the Chesterfield, back at the Chesterfield, and it is going to be Info, Devour One's Dead, and Gypsy Lover are all playing that night. Zombies get in for $3, and non-zombies for $5. Again,
Okay.
all that money.
No, it's hope.
The bands don't get paid.
Yeah.
They're doing this out of the charity of their own hearts.
Well,
That's awesome.
good friend, a couple friends of mine are actually in Gypsy Lover, so I know them and I've listened to them. They're pretty good.
Oh, they're a
Yeah.
blast.
Maybe we'll bring them on the show.
Hopefully,
sometime.
Oh,
May have
that's
to
all
reach.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they'd love that.
May have to reach out to them.
Yeah.
If you volunteer to play, that would be awesome. Volunteer to get shot. It's not with me.
Still stuck on that one.
Yeah, we haven't signed you up for it yet. So
I'm scared. I'm frightened.
All right. So then, just the concert afterwards. Then.
Yep, the concert afterwards. And also not part of our thing, but, the haunted house will be open.
Yep.
You can do that. There's all sorts of stuff going on.
Okay.
It's gonna be the
And
place to be.
it'll
that
be
weekend.
Saturday night down on 4th Street. So.
Yep, October
So-
11th. Come hang out with us.
Yep. 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from
2
now.
weeks from now.
Yes.
a night full of walkers.
The night full of
October
walkers.
11th.
Yes.
Dun dun.
I seen
dun.
the chainsaw guy out there already, like last night. I was like, "What?
He's just
It's already
getting
open."
He's just getting amped
Like,
up.
and I was like, "Ah!"
Did you guys ever go to the haunted house when it was in the castle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do remember
At
that.
Central
Before
High.
it was
Yep,
apartments.
Old Central
Yeah.
High School.
That was the
Oh,
best.
man.
That was the best.
That was
haunted
the
house.
scariest.
Basement.
Yeah, it was
in the
crazy.
basement.
That was scary. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, we should do a haunted house night for everybody on the show. Like, go after the show some night if we can
Get together as a
get
party.
together. Yeah.
I was Wilford last year, wasn't I? For
Yeah,
Halloween? On
yeah,
the
you
show.
were.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a special Halloween. We used to do the show on Wednesday nights, and then we did a special.
The creepy Crispin Glover character?
Yeah.
It was awesome.
He did really good.
I'm actually just kind of impressed because I thought I was one of the only people that actually watched that movie. I mean, I love it.
That
but
makes two.
Oh, no, Wilfred the dog.
No, the dog.
Oh.
The dog.
From the TV series.
Yeah.
Sorry, there was a really cool Crispin
Wah,
Glover.
wah,
Back to
wah.
one.
Back to one. I have seen that show though.
Wilfred.
But
Yes.
no,
Yeah, I had the accent and everything. It was great.
It's kind of disturbing.
I had my nose painted and everything. I was the only one who dressed up. It's
You were.
upsetting, but
Yeah.
I played it out.
Yeah. Yeah, and you had a great accent, too. You played it off perfect.
It was.
We led you, on breaks outside with a leash.
It's like a piss. It was great.
We led you to the fire hydrant. It was a good time. But, well, thank you guys again for coming on. For all of our listeners, you can find them on Facebook, facebook.com/Siouxland Zombie Walk. We'll also be posting links tonight after the show on how you can find them. Check them out on October 11th. Painting starts at 3, right?
Yeah, registration,
Registration,
painting, all that great stuff.
Down to Chesterfield. And then one more question. Do you release all the zombies at once?
Yes.
Or in waves?
All at once.
All at once.
All
Do
at
they
once.
do they run?
I was going to ask that. Does it ever
No,
a zombie run?
We've used the word shamble.
so you give them the name walkers instead of like sprinting like 28 days later zombies.
Right. Well, and do we really want to get into the? No. Okay.
I've got a question for everybody
Sorry,
around the table.
I know. 28 days later.
This
they're
is
not zombies.
This is an old Nate. Would you rather? Would you rather take on smart, slow zombies or fast, dumb zombies?
Slow.
Slow.
Well, if they're slow, like if they're smart,
They can
though, they
get
could probably
guns.
pick up a gun. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
If they're
can I.
fast and dumb, I don't know. That's a tough
Yeah.
one.
It's
You know what
like,
I mean?
I can pick up one too.
Trevor, you better
I mean,
start.
yeah, well,
Trevor,
understandable, but I would
Fast?
rather shoot at
I'm
something.
not that fast. I mean,
I know,
granted,
but they're
I
not
only
gonna
have to
grab
outrun you,
I know,
but
throwing shots.
Now,
No, but I'm saying
you
like
have to
they're not
outrun
going
the
to grab.
zombies. You just have to outrun the other
They're not going to
people.
grab a gun if they're fast and dumb. I mean, you just mow them all down.
so zombies like I Am Legend zombies or zombies like World War Z?
World War Z is
Oh.
ridiculous. They tipped over a bus. I ain't about
And
that.
they piled up and climbed a wall.
like a couple hundred feet.
That okay, depending on whether you're talking about the book or the movie, because as far as I'm concerned, that thing that they with Brad Pitt, that was not World War Z.
I
Okay.
I
I
like the
haven't read
fact
the
that
book.
somebody else is nerdy about something besides me on this show. It's awesome.
But the thing with the World War Z zombies, it was almost like an insect hive mentality. That's how they did the whole
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but that I would
Well,
I don't know what I'd do.
But in the book, that's
So for Fast Zombies, a reference maybe the Dawn of the Dead, the remake from 2004. Those were kind of fast-running zombies.
right. And the interesting
Yeah.
thing with George Romero's zombies is if you actually go back and you start with the first one, Night of the Living Dead, and you watch them all in order, they evolve.
Oh yeah, because
And it's a slow evolution through every single movie, and it's the concept basically that this is a new species.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So
I remember which one was it? I think it was Day of the Dead, where they're in the military bunker underground. And correct me.
Yep, I think so.
They were like training him. Like one of the zombies was shaven, and part of his face came off, and then slowly but surely, like you're saying, he like picked up a gun and took down a human. So
I really like. I haven't seen a lot of zombie movies, but I really like that idea of the evolution of that. Like, not. I don't know if there ever will be a real zombie, but if there was, like,
I won't get
it's
into
something.
that.
It's something that you would think would evolve.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
but I think we let's see. What was your answer, Trevor? Because I don't think we ever originally finished it.
Yeah, I would take fast and dumb zombies. Is that what we're talking about?
I would take slow and smart
Mhm.
because I could hide from the bullet, and they'd be slow enough for me to hit them because I'm kind of a bad shot.
I would also do slow because, as everybody knows, fast zombies are bitch. They suck. Just look at it happen.
Slow zombies are just as bitchy.
No, just look at everybody. I mean, Brad Pitt barely made it in that movie.
That was a movie.
Indeed.
Trevor, you better
Hopefully
start
they're
working on
all
your cardio.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm gonna be I'm
Now,
on a building.
one more question for around the table. We've all seen the different zombie movies. Like I Am Legend was based off of like a medication or like cancer, like
virus.
chemo.
Okay, the
you
interesting.
know.
Okay, have you ever read the book?
No,
Sorry,
haven't.
I am that. I am
don't
Like
that
we're all
geeky.
like going to
I am-
movies
I
and
am
watching
that
them. She's
geeky.
reading everything.
I Am Legend, the actual book. It's a phenomenal, real short. Pick it up sometime. Read it. They're vampires.
They are.
Yeah,
They're
they're
short to
vampires.
you is probably different than my story.
They're not zombies. They're vampires.
Okay.
That makes
They
more
kinda lead
sense.
into that in the
That
movie
makes
a
more
little bit,
sense
too,
why
actually.
they burn in the sunlight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're vampires.
Okay, then I'm
Way to squash that one.
Sorry.
Wah, wah, wah.
okay. So
Anybody who hasn't seen it, sorry.
yeah. Okay. Well, that just
Well,
blew
no.
my
Okay.
question.
We'll go with the idea that they're zombies.
And then some of them, like in I think it was World War Z, and maybe 28 Days Later, it's Rage.
Yes.
Rage, and then some of them, Resident Evil. Those are zombies, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Now you
a.
got to check yourself every time
yeah.
you bring up a title. Like,
The Resident
is
Evil
this a-
movies are
is this
awesome.
a real zombie?
As we have
Agreed.
our resident zombie
So-
experts.
So if we were to have a zombie outbreak, like in our lifetime, what do you guys think would mostly cause it? Would it be the rage? Would it be medication? Would it be immunizations? That's a huge one I've heard
Bio
around the
stuff.
internet community.
That's because they're crazy.
Don't believe everything you read on the internet.
I've always liked the idea of mad cow disease.
Mad cow
Oh,
disease.
prion disease. I
You
totally
mean
agree.
like Zombieland?
Pretty much,
Yeah.
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 Okay, if you want to get into
Twinkies.
the,
Yeah, was that movie based on just getting a Twinkie?
Yeah.
pretty much,
Basically.
it was all about a guy and he just really wanted his Twinkie.
Well, I mean, like when Hostess went down, we were like, everybody was trying to get Twinkies on eBay. They were
Yep.
buying them like outrageous.
I could see
amounts.
that being
That's
Trevor.
why we have this big fascination with zombies.
There was no zombie apocalypse, but everybody's still freaking out about Twinkies.
I think Jesse's got a good point with the prion disease, but as far as widespread mass infection, I'm gonna have to go with like something like a comet with radiation, something like that, that's gonna hit a mass swath of the world at once. Because if it's a single person, like patient zero, dude, he's dead before he makes it out of the lab. Because that would be man-made.
Just right out. It's gonna spread. Oh,
What if you had
And
it
I mean,
delayed?
I'm sorry, but how many cops do you know out there in the world that if something creepy and drippy and gross was continually coming forward,
would just shoot
he's
it.
not just going to finally just put two in his head.
Oh, I would. I would.
I
It'd
mean-
take Darren 30 shots, but he'd get it done.
There you go. But I mean, it's a horrible, horrible movie. But if you ever want to look it up, it's called Night of the Comet. It's from the 80s.
Oh, 80s.
Oh, yeah.
I'm probably the only one here old enough to remember the 80s.
Oh.
Late
But
80s.
that's
lived
kind of
6
like
years
where
of
I
it.
go with it is the whole, like there's a comet or a meteor shower or something like that with some type of a radiation that hits the entire planet at once.
So when that
So
infection
would it be
happens-
drugs like down in Miami, that guy eating the other guy's face?
That was just a bad trip.
That LSD,
Really,
bro.
really, really bad trip.
I love how
Bad
everyone
bath
attributed
salts.
that to like, oh my god, zombies in real life because this guy ate somebody's face.
Yeah. So anybody I see, eating another person, I'm just going to put two in the head.
Yep. I think that's just an acceptable thing to do anyway
Yeah.
for somebody that's eating another person.
No, officer,
Yeah.
he was eating his face off. I had to do it.
And
That's
you
justifiable
probably wouldn't be
homicide in my
questioned.
world.
What would be the first 5 things you would do if shit was going down?
Zombie.
Yeah, if
Okay.
a zombie apocalypse was about to happen,
Get
I mean, it wouldn't
Twinkies.
spread in 5 minutes. I understand that, but I mean, what would you do to
That'd be
prepare?
all 5 of yours, Darren. Just everything getting involved with Twinkie.
No, I would go loot the local sports shop and stock
You
up
and
on
everybody else.
ammunition.
I'd
well,
find all my
I
buddies
have,
that have
I have a
guns
lot
already.
of, yeah, yeah.
People already have ammunitions in their basement.
Yeah.
We got a wall
I would
full
move.
of it.
I would move out to the country or go stay out in the country because if there is a mass outbreak, it's going to happen in the city first, and so that'll buy me some time if you go out in the country to figure out what the hell to do.
Yeah, I'm part of a group called the Zombie Research Society. We actually
Okay.
kind of talk about this kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Nice.
And for me, it's as simple as water, food, shelter, transportation, and an escape plan.
No guns.
Machetes.
The other things are
if
more
you're going to
important.
have a weapon, make sure it's something you
but-
actually know how to use.
Right, but you need to defend yourself. I mean, you can
Right,
survive
and
all day,
you would
but
be amazed what I can do with a baseball bat.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
No ammo required.
No ammo required. I've also got a tire buddy in my car that's this great little wooden dowel about this long with a metal cylinder on one end.
Yep.
No ammo required.
You'd still hurt somebody with that.
Exactly. It's got a great arc on it. But never tried it out or anything. But no, I mean, that goes for almost any kind of, disaster type situation, whether it's floods, tornadoes, civil uprisings, all that other kind of fun stuff. Sorry, I'm not completely crazy, I swear.
Not
much.
All right.
Completely.
These conversations go for hours, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the Zombie Research Society does, is we think up this kind of
So
stuff.
do you get together with outside of the Zombie Walk and think up things like this with your Zombie Research Society?
Oh, yeah. It's actually an international organization.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll have to
Awesome.
look at that too then.
Yep. We have an active chapter. I live down in Omaha personally. We have an active chapter down there. There's also one up in Sioux Falls. I don't think Sioux City has one. You guys could start one.
What's your favorite college team?
Wow.
I just gotta know.
Say Nebraska.
Football.
Honestly?
Yeah.
USC.
It's not
There you
Nebraska. That's
go.
fine.
That's
I'm
fine.
I'll
from
respect
Los
that.
Angeles. My dad went to USC.
Okay.
I respect that. Okay.
It's a pride thing.
That's fine. I was
All
off
right.
subject, but I had to know.
And it's okay. Now, I can't tell you how they're doing because I don't follow that, sport with the pointy ball thing.
Sport ball.
Sport ball.
All right, guys. Well, we got to
Yeah,
wrapping up the show.
We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna just save our news to next week.
Sorry.
There wasn't very
I
much
mean, I
going.
can talk about this forever. This is fun. I like
okay,
it.
this is a great way to spend the rest of our show.
Yeah. So it's that time of the night where we have to get going because Brandon's got prior obligations, and I got to go to work.
October 11th, Siouxland
October-
Zombie Walk.
Yep.
Come hang out with us.
We had the lovely ladies here from the Siouxland Zombie Walk. That's October 11th. Doors open at 3. For makeup, the walk is at 6. The theme this year is cowboys and salon girls. So-
Saloon.
Saloon. Yeah. Yeah.
Not hairdressers.
Fail.
Yes.
And all